I don't shut past Tom.
That's great.
I had the water. Glacian. No, that was Glacian that did that.
Yeah, you know it's Glacian. Especially off.
Yeah, here's why. Water will fix it.
Do you have a certificate? I'm looking at the Coursera stuff. And to like have just for like certificate for stuff, I would like have to like pay still. Coursera. Oh, like a thing that like has a. It's kind of like that. It like has a lot of like certificates from different places of the universities and stuff in like one place. Certainly it's interactive computer graphics.
Just killed me on Node when I was like
It's pretty interesting.
for the third time.
$50.
You could have waited until I walked away at least. That way I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Maybe you would have gotten an easier read.
I'm sorry, but I'm dyslexic.
You know, maybe because
when I
you're
use
down,
yeah, bring it to
their program is what I know.
Some big shot doctor.
This is totally not pretty much write it down. And after that, when you write down all the stuff that possibilities like
Writing on neon.
you just put that on the search bar
Why is neon
and
needed?
it'll come up with all the options. You know, you
Oh,
just
no, DM, sorry. Dadgummit. I meant to say DM.
distracted with the phone.
Got that. Got
Murphy,
that.
is your tenure
Because you
down?
can always get back to the phone. You can always get back to those phones.
And
Always.
want to download
This is
now
important.
I
Don't call me.
not be.
Language.
You guys
I
are growing
said
up.
that my kid is being a bitch.
Either you make money,
Yeah,
or you study and you work so you can support yourself and move out and support yourself, or you can help me
This is a good
have
Christian
sample.
channel.
your shares. You know?
I have samples. I don't have scan. I don't
This is
I'm
not.
not gonna have you tell me making me, well, you gotta go out and get a job right now and you gotta pay whatever, you know. No, I'm not gonna do
I'm gonna
that.
have a small
But I
seizure there.
really
Don't
need
worry
you to
about
show
me.
some initiative, okay?
Okay.
Because this is important. It's important to fight out. And do
Eyes
something that you
fucking
would
doors.
be interested in, not something that you're like, oh, this is gonna make the most money. No, I would want you to do something that you will at least not hate, enjoy it, or look through other stuff. Take one of those aptitude tests, and it lets you know what you're good at and what you're not. It's not an aptitude test. What are they called? I think they're called aptitude tests. Look at Google it to see what it is, but it's a test and it puts your strengths or what you think are your strengths.
Well,
and
I
your
guess
weaknesses
Glacian is
and
dead.
How
what
many
you're interested and
times
not interested, and it lets you
do I have
kind of
to
guides you
turn
so
down
that
your
you know
shit?
what would be best
Okay,
for
I found
you.
them.
You know?
Oh,
Or
and Chris.
All I heard was a scream.
You know,
Is a
things that you can do
murdered and
while helping the planet as well.
What the
The
fuck?
planet is
So
going to
this
shit.
killed.
And a lot of
You know what this will happen?
most people
But
are not
the thing
doing
is,
anything
I was
about
with
it.
Glacian at one point fixing lights.
Okay,
I went
'cause
down
that's
into
what I'm trying to do
O2,
too. How do
and then I hear them.
do
I'm
better
like,
for the
oh shit, no,
planet,
don't
or
tell me
what can I
step.
do? You know,
And I'm
maybe
guessing it's a
work
Benny kill,
environmental
because
law.
no
I'm
one's
looking
inside.
into a lot of different things. You
So
don't
yeah, it's a
have
double
to-
kill. One wasn't
Maybe
canned,
the reason why it makes you nervous
and the
is
other one
because
was
you
literally
don't
outside.
have to.
So
Can you?
that's why I
I
thought.
Where
can't
is everyone
hear
at the
myself.
moment?
Can you lower the volume
I'm
a little
okay.
more? Okay. Hey, don't give me that face. Why are you like that? Why are you sounding? Why are you looking all upset? You're on this 24/7. Unless you're asleep. Okay? You can always come back to it. This is in the long run, none of this matters. At all. They're not helping you. What does this help you with? Maybe it does. Let me know and I'll support you. What does this stuff help you with? It's really hot. You're destroying your laptop, by the way.
Yeah. Where else to put it?
Go get mine. Go get the little piece, the wood thing that's under mine. and push the squishy stuff that way. And stand up. And pull it from over there. Yeah. Pull it from the edge of the sheet. Not just the sheet, but the cushion itself. Grab it from the edge. It's gonna be. How are you gonna pull it if you're on top of it? Never mind, we'll do it later. Okay. What's I telling you? See, you made me a little bit. Oh yeah, what is this helping you with? Like when you're talking to these people and the games and stuff.
Well, I can live stream and potentially make money.
Huh?
I can live stream and potentially make money.
Are you doing that?
Yes.
Are you making any money?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
That's a really long time.
Well, I guess. Okay. Excuse me.
Of course, you're right.
Don't do that. Thank you. Okay. So, oh man, I had lost my train of thought.
Yes.
Okay. Basics. I need to get you other beds. I wonder if we can remove this. So you can be able to. I think we can.
Would you would have to like use chops, like a chainsaw, maybe. Look at this.
You do know. No, you don't. Would you stop it? I don't want you telling my mouth. No.
You hungry, Ryan?
No. Shouldn't be. The role here is human for a little bit, right? That you actually chose to come here. There's a purpose for you. There's a purpose for all of us. But most of us really have no clue. I'm still trying to figure that out, and I'm 45 years old. But I didn't know any of this at your age. When I was growing up, grandma and grandpa, all they taught me was, all they knew was religion. Religion teaches you. And it does, even though religion, all religions, they do have something, good things in common. And even though they do have good points, they all teach you something good, be good to others, do good for others, and do unto others as you want to others to do unto you, no killing, no this, no that. They only teach you a small part of what truly is important. They try to tell you that if you do wrong, you go to hell. Or with Allah, what do you call it? That religion? I don't know what it's called. Muslim religion. If you follow the orders and you kill yourself and kill others in the name of Allah, you will die and you will end up with, 42 virgins or something. It's like stupid things. All these things they're horrible. Anyway, we are not. Are you doing that right now? Is that the thing that you're live streaming?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I was playing a game of Among Us with those people.
It's just that I need you to pay attention. Can you log off of that for a little while? You say you're not making any money. When you're in class, you're not going to be able to be doing this. When you're doing your research, you're not going to be able to do this. Exactly what are you doing here? Okay, tell me about it.
It's a game of Among Us where there's where you can make it to 1, 2, or 3 imposters with 10 people, and the game just glitched again.
See, that's a sign that you're meant to listen to it.
No, it usually does that.
Well, it's a sign that happened right now. Anyway, okay. Okay. We're human for right now. Okay, this is not some mumbo jumbo crap, whatever. No, this is the reality that a lot of people don't know yet and don't want to admit it because it's scary. It's scary. It's scary for them because that means that everything that they were taught as children, like religion, like me, is a bunch of bullshit. So it's scary to realize that that your whole life, everything that you believed in, is not even true. But ever since I was a little kid, I always knew there was something off. Like I felt it. I knew it. That was a good thing for me. I knew that, because we would go to church and it would feel weird, and it was just off. It just didn't make any sense to me. When I found out that you, me, Nick, everybody, we were actually the same energy source in human form for right now. We are here to learn. We are here to experience life. We are here to evolve. We are here to raise consciousness. We are here to help save the planet that we live on. It's kind of like a matrix, but a real matrix, not a computerized matrix. Okay, before we came here, you, me, all of us, we chose to come. We decided to come here. And before we came here, you and I, we decided, Nick was too, we decided like, hey, I'm gonna be your mom, and you're like, you're gonna be my mom, I'm gonna be your son, and this is our purpose, this is what we're here for. But when we're born, we fucking forget. So we have to figure it out. Because when you're born as a baby, you're still that pure consciousness, but you forget that. We all forget that, and the thing is, when we're little, we're programmed by our parents with the only thing that they know. I didn't know much about this back then, so I didn't tell you. You got programmed like everybody else. Nicholas got programmed like everybody else. I got programmed even worse because I was programmed into the religions of my parents. And it's not their fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just like how we were taught. And that's how we were taught from hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, by these group of people who wanted to control us. Religion was created to control the population because, come on, let's face it, some people need a little bit of control because they're just completely nuts and evil. But the bad thing is that it ended up controlling everybody. What are you doing? It ended up doing that to everybody, not just the bad ones. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. We're here for a little while. I know it seems like forever when you're young. Forever. Like, oh my God, it's forever. A year, oh my God, it's forever. But in reality, it's really not much that time at all. And I want you to keep in mind that you're an eternal being. You can control, listen to this, you can control your outer world by controlling your inner world. Everything is about vibration. Okay, our consciousness, our pure form, is pure consciousness. Okay, it's what some people call God, what others call the universe, what scientists are now calling what do they call it? They call it we call it intelligent energy. Everybody has different words for it, but we're talking about the same thing. Our physical bodies, your eyes right now, my eyes, they're very, very limited. Cats see a lot more than we do. I don't know if you ever Googled what do cats see compared to humans, and you can look at the pictures and they see more. They see more levels of light, of energy. Like if we had, like we cannot see the UV lights, we cannot see all kinds of different, we don't see them because our eyes are very limited. Our human bodies are very, very limited. Being human is the hardest part of all of our existence. We've been your pure soul, like we have been in other worlds, we have been in other dimensions. There are other dimensions and we can tap into them. I've tapped into, not much, but I've tried, and by accident I've done it a few times too, in my dreams. And others I'm like, what the hell was that? But I realized that it was actually, it's just different dimensions. There's actually different versions of you. You can tap into those too, but okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. What I'm trying to say is that we vibrate. We're energy. Consciousness is energy. We are energy. Everything is energy. Even this is energy. Even that is energy. This is energy, but as, for example, this. As a live tree, energy level was right here. As a box that's already kind of dead, the energy level is down here. But it's still made of energy. Everything is. Plastic is the furthest away from all energy. So metal has energy. Everything. You that are alive right now, your vibration is pretty up there. But if you realize what you truly are, all humans, but if you realize what you truly are and what you are capable of doing, it's going to blow your mind. Like literally. You control your outer world by controlling the vibration inside. Your own personal vibration. And I don't mean to be like, I don't mean to say, oh, I'm going to sit here, I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to think about pushing the TV off the table. You probably will end up making it happen. But it might take you a year when you can just get up and push it off yourself. It's all about what is the easiest path to that thing that you're trying to, your goal. Because eventually, if you sit here and you go, I know I'm going to push that thing off the table. It's not, you're not going to do it by mind control. The universe will somehow figure it out and it will be like, okay, let's make this happen. And it will have Nick throw it out or the cat throw it out. But even if it started with your thought. You know what I'm saying? Is this making sense? Yeah? Okay, so the same thing with this. What you focus on, Papa, what you think about, and what you focus on a daily basis is what becomes your life. Okay? Now, if you're okay by, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you're wasting a lot of time by only focusing on this 24/7. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it at all. Do it. It's fun. It helps you relax. It helps you, have a little bit of downtime, a little bit of laughs, a little bit of this. You enjoy it, right? Yes or no? Yes, you enjoy it. Okay. And that's good. You enjoy it. Doing things that you enjoy is a good thing. Because it keeps your vibration high. When you're happy, when you're enjoying something, it keeps your vibration high. When you're sad, when you're depressed, when you're angry, when you're frustrated, when you have anxiety, all those things, when you fear, all those are low vibrating feelings. You want to be away from that by doing things that make you happy. Now, the universe, God, your higher self, your guardian, everybody has spirit guides. I have spirit guides too. You have your spirit guides. It could be a dead relative, it could be your guardian angel, it could be, some people call it guardian angels, I call them spirit guides, I call it your higher self. Because everybody is connected to everything in the universe. You're just here in a little itty bitty human form right now. And we are here for a purpose. My message to you is don't ever forget that you have a purpose and you have a reason for being here. And our purpose in life is to figure that out as early as possible in life. But also, I need you to remember that wherever you are in life, at that point, like right now, you're meant to be here. You're meant to be at this point in your life. And that's fine, because you're learning. Whatever it is that you're learning from that stuff, you might learn a few things here that you'll be able to apply later on in life and be like, oh wow, this is kind of cool because I can apply this here and I learned this from back then. And it's going to be interesting. But that doesn't mean don't get stuck there, because it's not good for you. Okay, don't get stuck there. Now you're advancing, you're learning and all that stuff, that's fine. But don't ever get stuck. Because when you get stuck, when you get compliant, when you're like, okay, I'm happy here, I'm just going to stay here, the energy stays stagnant. And you won't advance. Then all those depression, anxiety, and all that stuff might kick in. I'm not saying they will, I'm just saying they might. That's why it's always good to keep moving. That is what we're meant for. Energy is meant to keep moving at your own pace. And never be frustrated if you stay stuck and you don't want to be stuck, or you feel stuck. And no matter how hard you're trying not to get stuck, it's not working. Then give it up for a little bit. Don't fight it. Okay, but know this. Know that whatever it is that you do want to do, you can do it. And I'm not saying this just oh, you're my mom, you're supposed to tell me that. No. This is true, and you're going to find out. Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to become, whatever it is that you want to create, you will. But there's a little bit of tricks to those things. And I'm still learning myself. There's a little bit of trick that goes into that. And if you ever have questions, let me know. But don't worry, I'm gonna keep coming back and telling you. Excuse me. And this is why it's very important that you meditate, that you learn how to meditate. This is the one thing I am going to push you on. Besides the school and stuff about learn to meditate. Look it up, Google it. I have several books on meditation, but the basic thing about meditation is to sit in silence or mute or certain sounds. You can look them up, the best sounds for meditation, and you choose whichever ones you like. The point of that is to be completely still and to not think of anything. Yes, it's very hard. For some people it's really hard, and for some people it comes really easily. But that is the point. And if it's harder, it's okay. It's taken me a couple of years to get there. A few years. Other people, within the first week or so, they're able to get there. Because the brain doesn't shut up, right? But that is the whole point. You just sit there and try to think of nothing for as long as you can. The first 15 minutes, try it for 15 minutes. And if your mind doesn't shut up, and if it keeps going and going and going and going, it's okay too. It takes practice, you just, but make sure you do it every day. It doesn't have to be in the morning. It can be actually at night before you go to sleep when everybody has gone to bed and it's quiet. I like to do it in the mornings because both of y'all are sleeping. I haven't done it in a while. I have skipped a few days, so I'm a little off. But yes, please look it up about meditation as much as you can, and remember this, like You have a purpose, baby. A very important purpose. And I know that because you're here for a reason. You are my little miracle. I never told you this, but before I even got pregnant with you, I was actually having difficulties. I thought I could never have babies because it had never happened. And then one night I was meditating and I put my hands on my belly and I said, I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have a baby. I'm going to have a baby. And, you know, and it's going to be a miracle. And I'm going, and I started feeling heat in my hands. And I'm like, and I felt it. I put it on my belly and I went, my abdomen. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make that baby. I'm going to have my baby. Have my baby. 2 months later, I was pregnant with you. You're my miracle baby. So I know there is no shadow of a doubt in my brain that there's a major purpose for you. But I cannot tell you what it is. I can only kind of push you towards it, to finding you, I can only push you towards finding your purpose. And to keep reminding you that you have, everybody has a purpose. Everybody on this planet has a purpose. But not 98% of the people do not even know they have a purpose. The other 2%, 1%, 0.5% know, or 1% know what their purpose is. The other 1% are still trying to figure it out. And 98% don't even know that there's a purpose for it. That's actually kind of that is what I would call hell on earth. Because you're here and these people are here, like Memo. It breaks my heart. Memo's here and he went to war, he's a veteran, he saw horrible things, he saw kids dying. I mean, it's bad. And he tortures himself with that. Every day. And that's why he's always trying to do something, do here, do this, do that, because he's trying to escape his own reality. He hasn't figured, and it doesn't matter how much Dee Dee and I tell him, Memo, you have a deeper purpose. You have a further purpose. There's more. There's a lot more for you to explore and find out what to do. You're here for it. He can't. He's tried and he can't. And he is living what we call hell on earth. Okay, as wonderful of a heart that he hasn't been able to apply that to himself. And again, it doesn't matter how much we tell people. But you as my son have a little bit more of a hey. And and yes, even though you're almost 19, you're still young. And learning these things early in life is the important thing. Okay, I personally think that you can find your purpose without having to go to college or without having to do this. But it's harder to make money if you don't have at least something to fall on, at least to make money to live on. And that's why I'm always telling you, I'm trying not to be too hard and pushing you on it because I know that you're gonna figure it out. But I don't want to be a irresponsible mother to also where he can do whatever the hell he wants to and not care. See, I'm trying to find the balance of pushing you hard enough to figure it out and not push you too hard to where you're gonna just hate everything in the world. So this is why I'm always. So know this, you do have a purpose. And I know some of it, part of it, whatever, is going to be about bringing consciousness into not bringing, but helping people higher their consciousness level. That is one. because I'm teaching you it. If I came across it and I'm teaching you, whoever I teach is meant to learn about it as well. We're trying to bring the entire planet into awareness. Because currently we're still heading towards destroying our planet. And this is not it. I mean, what can be more important than saving the planet that we live on? I know it doesn't seem very important right now because you're still young and blah, 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 but once you get older, you're like, holy shit, this is the only planet we have for us. So it's one of the most important things. And the planet itself, a lot of people call her Gaia, I call it Gaia, is a living organism in itself. She is, I call it a she, because people call it Mother Earth, right? It's a living organism. Everything is connected. The trees, we thought, all of the trees, they are connected. Their energy is connected throughout in the earth. Okay, and it's a complete, it's a system. The animals also, they have a way of communicating. The plants, when people thought, oh, plants don't feel, we found out that they do, and they're smart. A plant, you're growing a plant, whenever the person comes into the room, that plant expels pheromones because they recognize the energy of the person. They expel certain pheromones because they know this is a person, this is the being that feeds me. They expel the pheromones so the person can come and somehow it affects us and reminds us to feed them, give them water, give them sunlight, they're intelligent beings. Just because they don't move and they don't talk the way we do doesn't mean they're not smart. Now, I had my first experience, because I'm learning about plants and herbalism and all that stuff. I had my first experience with a plant outside. Plants, no. But you can communicate with plants, but you cannot communicate mentally. You communicate with the heart. The heart itself has a lot more, the electromagnetic field from the heart, I think it's 100 times stronger than the one in the brain. Your heart knows before your brain does. So I went outside and I, when I pulled out the branches because they were in the way of the door, I was like, okay, I learned that you have to touch the plant. When you're about to pull off a piece of a plant, you tell the plant to pull back their energy so it won't hurt as much. Like, it's like me telling you, I'm gonna cut your foot, but that's to a plant. And I hold your and I pull your energy back. So what you do is you pull your consciousness and your energy back from your foot. And when I tear it off, you won't feel the pain. You'll feel it, but it won't hurt. That's what we do with plants. So I was there and I said, okay, and I tried to communicate as best as I could. Like, I imagined it and I felt the love and all that stuff with the plant. I was like, oh my God, this is ridiculous, but okay, let me try it. And I kind of communicated, pull your energy back. And I did that for about 5 to 10 seconds. I broke the branch. It was super easy. I was like, okay. And the same thing I did for like 3 or 4 branches. And I said, let me try it without communicating. And it was really hard to pull that damn branch off. And I'm like trying to pull it and freaking it. And I got even mad. Like, what the fuck? Why is this one so hard? And finally broke it off, and it was all crooked and torn, and there was a little bunch sticking out. And I'm like, is this real? So I tried it again with another branch, and I said, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, okay, and I communicated. When I felt that I was able to communicate again, pull your energy back, so I'm gonna pull it off, blah, blah, came off really easy. And I tried it one more time without communicating. After I tried a few more, and the same thing happened. I kid you not. It was one of the weirdest experiences I had ever had. And it's just a plant. But that was proof for me that it is true. Okay, so all this stuff, and later on, whenever you want to, you try it yourself. And it's really weird. But it made me realize, like, holy shit, it's true. So everything else that I've been learning is true too, Papa. Okay, just focus on, again, you can do whatever, all the stuff that you want to do. Just add a couple more things that I'm asking you. Okay? Like, look into medication. No medication. Look into meditation. And look into something, look also into, don't forget that you have purpose. Remember, you have a purpose. As small as it could be. It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, I'm going to change the entire world. Maybe it is. Or maybe it's you're going to change people's worlds. Or animals' worlds. You're here to help one way or another. I know that. But what your job is to find out what resonates with you in your heart. What excites you, what gets you excited about something. Ooh, that is part of your path, part of your mission. It's not the only thing, but it's part of it. Whatever excites you, whatever makes you happy, whatever you're like, oh my God, this is so exciting, or like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, it calls you. It doesn't have to be something super exciting, but you feel like a little pull towards it, or you will know. You'll start to get that feeling and start learning how to listen to your intuition as well. When you're about to do something, you're like, oh, I don't know if I should do that. Like something tells me, I feel like I'm not 100% comfortable. That's your intuition telling you, ooh, don't do that. Like, hey, don't do that. That's your higher self. That's your higher being. That's your spirit guides, or however, but the universe. But it speaks to us through our intuition. Okay? Don't forget that. You don't have to, if you still want to do, what did you say? Something about graphic design. That is awesome. Because, everything, the entire planet is running online now. That's good. Whatever it is that you want to do, especially if it's computers, it's pretty cool. And you can still do that and do mechanics. You can do both. Why not? You're still young. You can do 10 more different things if you want to. Just do whatever feels right at the moment. But the trick is to move towards it. Doesn't matter how little, but always keep trying. Okay. And if you want to eventually make money with that stuff, then go ahead. But there are times you still need to do a couple of other things. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds great. And if you have any questions about the stuff that I told you about, curiosity about anything, let me know. I'll send you some videos as well. If you do me the favor of just watching them. Okay? I'm gonna go because somebody's summoning me and I have no idea who it is. Ow. Oh my God, I'm gonna go. Stop.
That's the end of this, I guess. It's like freaking the same.
Oh, the game's gonna glitch. How long have I been playing this now? Oh, that's enough. An hour's enough, yes.